We'll start with a comfortable cross-legged seated position. If you have a block or a pillow that you like to sit on, you can go ahead. Rolling the shoulders back, sitting up tall. Almost imagining like if you were a puppet and someone had a string tied to the top of your head. Just elongating the neck, chin slightly tucked, and letting your eyes close. Tuning in to your breathing. Noticing what the natural rhythm of your breath is today. Now let's start to slow down the breath a little bit, or deepen the breath a little bit. As you inhale at the top of your breath, seeing if you can pull in just a little bit more air, feeling the belly expanding. And then as you exhale, letting the air out just a little bit more slowly than usual. Inhaling. Taking in just a little bit of extra air, and exhaling, going just a little bit slower. After a few rounds of breath, noticing if this small change, just deepening and slowing the breath a little bit, is making any difference in the way your body feels or the way your mind feels. Let's aim today to keep that awareness of breath, and also the awareness of feelings in the body and in the mind as we move through our practice. We're going to start with the seated cat-cow, circular cat-cow. It's up to you if you want to keep your eyes closed or open them. We'll start by shifting the torso to the left, rocking forward on this sit bone, squeezing the shoulder blades together, looking up. Then rocking towards the right, before rocking back, sliding the hands forward, rounding the spine, dropping the head. As you inhale, shifting to the left, and then forward. Exhale to the right, and then back. Moving every part of the top half of your body, shifting on the sit bones, moving the spine, the shoulders, the head, and the neck. Lovely, and let's just switch directions. So this time inhaling to the right and forward, exhaling to the left and back. And then coming back to center. Great. Moving away any props if you were using them to come onto your hands and knees. Extend the left leg straight out behind you, curling the toes under. And then lifting the left leg up, coming straight out of your hip. You can either stay here or lift your right arm, the opposite arm. Staying steady by using your core muscles to balance both the leg and maybe the arm if you've got that up. One more inhale here, and then exhale, lowering the hand and lowering the knee back down to the mat. And then let's extend the right leg out, curling the toes under. Lifting the leg up. Maybe lifting the left arm as well. You can extend it out straight if you've got more room than me. Taking one more inhale, and then exhale, releasing the hand, bringing the knee back down, spreading the knees as wide as the mat and bringing the feet together, sitting back on your heels, and walking forward into child's pose. Making this an active child's pose today, so spreading out all of your fingers and pressing through the hands, lifting the elbows off the mat, pressing the hips towards the heels. On your next inhale, coming back up to your hands and knees, but leaving your hands where they are, so a few inches in front of your shoulders. And we're going to curl the toes under, pressing through the hands and the toes to lift up the knees and lift up the hips. Pressing back through the hands to come into downward facing dog, upside down V position. Letting the head and the neck drop, gazing between the legs or towards the belly button. Maybe pedaling out the feet here for our first down dog, moving the heels up and down one at a time. And then walking those feet forward to come into a forward fold, keeping the knees bent, letting the arms hang loose, maybe making little circles with the arms, shaking the head out, yes and no. And then bringing your hands to your hips to slowly roll up to the standing position. Just adjust this camera. So we're going to find now a steady standing position. Feet are about hip width. Spreading out your toes on the mat, kind of fanning them down. Engaging the thighs, so rolling the thighs a little bit inwards. Engaging this core area where we make a diamond and put the thumbs on the belly button. So these lower core muscles are engaged. That's going to help the pelvis and the hips get in the correct alignment. And then rolling your shoulders back, fingers pointing down, standing up tall. So even though we're just standing still here, we've still got our legs engaged, our core engaged, and our arms and hands engaged. Lovely. And then let's get ready for our first flow. So inhale, sweep the arms up, gazing up. Exhale, folding forward, bending the knees a little bit. Inhale, sliding the hands out of the legs, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back into a plank position. It's just the door behind me. Then we're going to lower our knees And with control, lower all the way down onto our bellies. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting up just the chest. Exhale, pressing back into a downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up high. Inhale, stepping the feet between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, arms by your side. Lovely, let's take one more flow like that to get warmed up. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back into a plank position. Option to lower the knees and lower the chest. Or if you like, you can take a half push-up. Wherever you are, inhale, finding a chest opener, peeling the top of the chest off of the mat. And exhale, finding your way back to down dog. Pressing through the hands and through the feet. Thinking about creating space between the shoulders and the ears. How can you adjust the shoulder position to do that? And then on your next inhale, stepping between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, arms by your side. Great. Let's prepare for sun salute B. So in our steady standing positions at the top of the mat, inhale, sitting into chair pose, bending the legs and reaching the arms up. Exhale, diving forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, stepping just the right foot back and dropping the right back knee. Heel toeing the left foot to the outside of the mat so you can bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. Great, spending a couple breaths here in dragon pose. Opening up the hips. If you are not like me, you are more flexible in the hips, you can always come down onto your forearms to get deeper into the pose. And alternatively, if you have a block, you can come onto your forearms on the block for kind of a midway point. Lovely, and now let's curl the back right toes under and step the left foot back to meet it in plank. Option to lower the knees or option for half push-up. Inhale, if your spine feels warm enough, let's come into upward dog, straightening the arms, pressing into the tops of the feet. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hips moving up to the sky. Heels moving down toward the mat. On your next inhale, stepping the right foot forward to the outside of the mat and dropping the back left knee. Bringing both hands to the inside of the right foot for dragon on this side. Finding the variation that works for you. So I like to just keep my hands on the mat, but if you do want to come down onto your forearms or your forearms on a block, you can go ahead. And now heel toeing that right foot back to center, curling the left toes under and stepping the left leg forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Finding chair pose as you inhale and sweep the arms up. And exhale, standing. Lovely. Let's take our last flow. Inhale, chair pose, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing the hands on the mat, stepping the left foot back and planting the left foot on a 45-degree angle. Bringing your hands to your hips to come to an upright position. We're going to find a lunge in the front right leg. And then sweep the arms up, gazing forward, warrior one position. Taking one more inhale here, and then exhale, hands come back down to the mat, stepping into plank. Option to lower the knees, or option to take half push-up. Inhale, up dog, and if this is hard on the back, always option just to take cobra here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Keeping the elbows just slightly bent here. Using the muscles of your arms to support yourself. And then on your next inhale, stepping the left foot forward, planting the right foot on a 45-degree angle. Bringing the hands to your hips to come upright here. Lunging through your left leg and reaching the arms up. Pressing through your back foot, making sure both legs are active here. Taking an inhale, and then exhale, hands come down to the mat, stepping the right foot forward to meet the left, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose to sweep the arms up. And exhale, standing. Great. Let's take a big step back with our left foot, leaving the left foot parallel to the back of the mat and right toes pointing towards the front. Our torso is facing the wide side of the mat. We're going to inhale to lift both arms up and shift the hips back toward the left. Exhale, folding over the right side, keeping the arms in one long line, gazing up toward the left fingertips. On your next inhale, coming back up, letting the arms come down and pivoting the front right foot to parallel to the back foot. So now both feet are facing the wide side of the mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands down to the mat. Bending your knees a little bit if you need to. Letting the head and the neck release. Enjoying the stretch. On your next inhale, bringing your hands to your hips, slowly coming back upright. We're going to pivot the left toes toward the back of the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up, shifting back to the right. Exhale, folding over the left side. Left hand comes to the left shin or the left ankle. Looking up at the right fingertips. Both arms in one long line. And then on your next inhale, coming back up, dropping the arms, pivoting both feet back to center, just heel-toeing the feet slightly closer. And then we're going to actually pivot the toes outward. So we have an outward rotation here. And we're going to bend the knees, we're finding a little bit of a squat here. And we're going to bring the arms up, hands facing each other. Great. Staying here just a few breaths. Cactus pose. Great, and then inhale, standing up, releasing the arms. Heel-toeing the feet a little bit closer so that it's just a bit wider than hip width. And we're going to take our yogi squat. So bending the knees, letting the hips drop down. And you can always just meet us in seated if this isn't working for you today. We'll just take a moment here with the elbows pressing the knees out, the hands in prayer. Taking a few deep breaths. And then releasing the hands, coming to a cross-legged seated position. We'll take a twist, bringing the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. And the right hand behind you. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, looking over your shoulder. Twisting deeply. Inhale, coming back to center. And we'll twist to the other side, bringing the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, the right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to twist. And then on your next inhale, releasing, coming back to center. Unraveling the legs to bring the soles of the feet together, giving yourself about 10 or 12 inches between the feet and the torso. And we'll come to a passive forward fold, letting the spine round, letting the head drop, letting everything release. On your next inhale, rolling back up, and then continue to roll all the way down onto your back, drawing the knees into your chest, hugging each leg in one arm and spreading the legs a little bit so that each knee is moving toward your armpit. And maybe rocking a bit from side to side, maybe making some circles with the legs. Or if it feels better, you can just stay still, taking any final movements you need to today. You can extend the legs up if you like, kick them around, just whatever movements feel good to take at the end of our practice. And then let's extend the legs out, letting the feet fall open, bringing the arms by the sides with the palms facing up. Finding a comfortable Shavasana position, and then letting the eyes close. Letting go of any effort, of any muscles that are still working, including the ones in the face and the jaw. And then let's return to our breath. You can often quicken in a flow practice that's a bit faster paced and more challenging. So let's slow down our breath again. Slowly inhaling through the nose, taking in a tiny bit more air at the top of the breath, and then letting the air out a little bit slowly, finding this new, slower rhythm. And now start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You're reaching the arms overhead like you're taking a yawn and pointing the toes. And then bending the knees and rolling onto one side. Maybe coming to rest your head on your shoulder, staying here for breath. And then coming up to a seated position. And bringing your hands into prayer. To your forehead for kind thoughts, to your mouth for kind words, and to your heart for kind feelings. Thank you so much for joining me today.